Hey everyone, and welcome back to another live stream view. I am here with Joe, and we are here to discuss Once Upon a Times Where Bluebirds Fly, essentially the Wicked Witch episode of this season.
And we finally got the Tin Man and the Not So Cowardly Lion.
Yeah, and I dug the lion, and he didn't talk. He wasn't like the Scarecrow. It's like all funky different interpretations of the book and the movie,
Yeah,
however you want to define it.
he looked like
Um,
Aslan.
He did. He did. He wasn't really. And in all fairness, he got burnt, so I understand why he would be a little afraid of fire. I mean, he got burnt, so he's not really cowardly. He's the smart lion.
Yeah, he's the Not So Cowardly Lion.
Yeah,
That's his gimmick.
yeah. He's the smart lion. Though I have to say, there are some characters in this show who forget that they have magic to teleport, because when the lion pounced on her, she didn't teleport out of there. She could have just moved. I was like, wait, you're a witch.
You literally have magic, and this is an animal.
It's an animal. Yeah, you can move. You can. I feel like in the show,
Do many things.
yeah, I think in the show they made teleportation. You need to like move your hand now, though. So I think I might have pinned her hand, which is why she couldn't do it. But it's like that's the caveat to why she couldn't teleport.
All in all, real quick, just from the beginning, solid episode, right? I mean,
Yeah, it was very.
definitely.
I liked
Yeah, I mean, is it the episode we should have got at this point, this close to the finale? Probably not. But I thought it was well, and I think it fit. It got kind of dramatic in the right way with Zelina towards the end and everything. I thought it was a good episode.
Yeah, no, I liked it. I always am a fan of seeing Rebecca Mader get more screen time, because I think out of every character or cast member, she has the most fun with it, with being a magical witch. So I always like seeing her. I still have issues with the writing of the Black Fairy, because I wanted to see her come on to the show earlier. Because she got introduced like late in season six, or early in season six, but then came back as the villain really late. So like her writing's funky, but I would say overall, like just for what we got, I did like it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just gonna say a point about Zelina. Oh, I love that Zelina brought up the how Regina didn't uh how she gave up everything for Regina, and Regina just like didn't forgive her or whatever. And
Yep.
me and you had like said, "Why is that a thing?" Last season when last half of the season when it happened, it was good for that to finally get brought back up.
Yeah, it was.
It's so true. It really is so true, and it was good to see that finally was brought up.
And it was very, I have to say, it was like, it felt, I guess it was resolved, because at the end of the episode, Zelina goes like, "You're all I have. Like, I just can't walk away from you."
Yeah,
So their relationship is very tumultuous, and I still feel that they definitely would have some fighting left between the two of them.
yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people were asking us, what did we think about the beginning scene with Emma and Hook with the pancakes? I thought it was actually kind of funny. I liked it.
Yeah, it was a fun, fun scene, kind of the calm before the storm when it comes to.
Yeah, I mean, the show has like major the show had like sitcom vibes today, like with the Charmings and whatnot. The because all the substance was focused on Zelina. Well, the like a goofy plot line where that involved 90% of the other cast members was where to plan the wedding.
Yeah, and excuse me, sorry. I know I'm still I'm still recovering. I know last week people were
Oh yeah, I wasn't here last week. Were you coughing a lot?
I was coughing a lot, and unfortunately I'm still coughing a lot. So I'm trying. I got water and everything right now, but it's tough. Um I forgot where we were going. What were we saying?
I just said 90% of this episode, or the 90% of the cast was doing something funny, while Zelina was dealing with with the substance of the plot. Because
Yeah,
it was planning the wedding and dealing with the Black Fairy.
yeah. My only kind of negative point about the episode is that I wish there was more of a climax towards the end, especially with Zelina. I felt like her kind of giving up her magic. I feel like it didn't quite have the the impact that I think they were wanting it to have.
You know what I would have liked to have seen just in terms of the impact, I should say, because like I guess all of her magic was sucked up by that heart. Like we didn't even like see her attempt to try to do anything. So like she didn't really have a reaction to not having it anymore. Like no, everyone's like, oh, she's not a witch anymore.
Well, when she fought Aslan, apparently she didn't have magic either.
Yeah, so. Well, we already justified their crappy writing there. You know, her arm, to teleport, you need to move your arm, and her arm was pinned. So let's just go with that. And yeah, say we can call the cowardly lion Aslan now.
Okay, actually, wait, real quick. BTM Marine LM said in the musical episode, it looks like they're back in the Enchanted Forest. When they were doing that with the whole let's find a wedding location, the whole time I kept saying it's going to be the Enchanted Forest. Like that's where they're going for this. So that comment is dead on. I didn't notice in the preview. I didn't really pay too much attention to the preview. But if that's the case, I really think
no, the wedding is going to be in the mayor office.
Wow. So screw everything I just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like this happened last week too. And I was saying a bunch of something, and someone in the comments said, "Oh, Zelina." I was saying like, "Oh, Zelina, if she dies next week in her episode, it will probably, I think that would be good." And someone's like, "Well, no, she's supposed to be in the last episode." I'm like, ignore everything I just talked about.
Yeah. No. I saw a photo of a still scene of the wedding, and it's clearly in Regina's office where they do it. So it's not like a fake CGI floor that they would have in the Enchanted Forest castles and stuff. It's blatantly her office. But it would have been nice, but it would have been weird if they went back there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would have. I'm still waiting for the I'm dying over here.
Yeah, I can tell.
The Lost Boys. I'm still waiting for the Lost Boys. They bring them back, right? And we know apparently Tiger Lily's supposed to come back too. What are they doing there?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Someone's saying, will we be seeing Tiger Lily in the next episode? Yeah, apparently she's supposed to come back. What are they doing with the Lost Boys and Tiger Lily? I mean, there's only really the musical episode and the final two-part gimmick, right?
Yeah, there's the well, next week is why the Blackberry gave up Rumpelstiltskin, the musical episode, and then that's it. And then there's the final battle, which is 2 episodes, but it's going to air at the same time.
There's one more episode before the musical episode?
The trailer for next week's episode is 2 in 1. It has the musical and next week's.
Because the musical is in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, the musical's in 2 weeks on the 7th. Today's the 23rd. And the next week is not the 7th. Next week is the 30th.
All right.
So little dates right there for April. Sunday, April 30th is the Black Fairy. May 7th, which is a Sunday, is the musical episode. And then following that is the final 2 episodes of season 6, possible final 2 episodes of the series since the show has not been renewed for season 7.
Yeah. And I mean, you're so excited you're drinking coffee. So
no, this video has been brought to you by water. It's everywhere. Get used to it. For all of you who are Disney fans, you should get that reference. That was a pure Disney reference for all of you. I'm not drinking coffee though. So the episode we liked it. It's like it's weird like with like a backstory like that because like I liked watching it just because we don't really have like 1,000 backstories of the Wicked Witch, but like I don't think it was like gigantic for her character development because I feel like we've seen this a lot with her development.
Yeah,
the backstory. I mean,
good point. I think besides it actually being the Tin Man and the Not So Cowardly Lion, I feel like we've seen this flashback with her before.
Yeah, and I feel like we saw it even with Hayes. Like she wants someone to like her. You know, it's literally her gimmick. She just wants to have a friend.
She is the Queen song, "Somebody to Love." That's what she is.
That's actually a really good song too. Just might I add.
It's a very good song. For anybody out there who does karaoke, that's a potential karaoke.
For anyone who follows my Instagram, you will know what we are talking about. um, it's just a really bad joke right there. So, yeah, I mean, I liked the smart. I'm calling him the smart lion. You're giving him the cowardly lion, but
The
the not
not
so cowardly lion. But I'm giving him the smart lion because he knew what he was doing. He knew to hold down her arm so that way so she couldn't teleport.
I would have loved if he explained that too. If he just leaned into her ear and said, "I'm
He's like,
down your
you
arm,
can't
but
teleport.
I can't do magic." Just
Um,
whispers it gently in her ear during the fight.
yeah, that would be fun. But that would break canon. That a lion can talk.
So, what do we brought up the Black Fairy? Where do you think it's going with her? She seemed to have kind of a weakness at the end. She seems to be intimidated by something. Where do you think that's going?
Well, she says she's intimidated by Rumple's with a secret to why she gave up Rumpelstiltskin. I don't know what that would be, or why that would be a problem. The trailer even highlighted that too. I don't understand why giving him up would be not why that isn't a problem, but why that would be her greatest weakness.
Exactly. I don't. I don't even know. It seems like she does have a weakness, which is odd because at this point I feel like they'd be trying to make her seem as tough as she can, impervious.
Well, it's like we need some weakness for them to beat her.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
but
be something
we still have I guess a couple more episodes until then. I was surprised to see it because they're still in the building phase with her. They introduced her so late that right now she doesn't seem like too much of a threat to me. She's got
she doesn't. I mean, she's fun. She's funny. I honestly think if they just did this, gave her the same treatment they gave the Snow Queen, I think this whole arc would have worked out even better, like viewership wise.
Yeah.
Because if we have a flashback to season 4, where after the Snow Queen died, and it was like the 3 Queens of Darkness, where they're all kind of so random. This is kind of it still feels a little random.
Yeah,
just in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's funny. Danielle Musella, Black Fairy's voice kept changing while she was talking to Selena in the mines. Her accent was wobbly. That's hilarious. I want to rewatch the episode just to see that.
Yeah, I do too. I don't even know if I think it's is Jamie Murray that plays her.
It's like Jamie Murray.
Murray, I think it is. I'm curious. I don't know if she's English or American, so I'm guessing she's English if her accent or Australian is changing.
English. I think when she was in Dexter, I believe she was also English as well.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that she was on Dexter earlier in the day.
The best season, yeah.
How much of the episode have we actually reviewed?
22%.
That's a
22.5.
That's a good percent. Okay.
Hashtag that's so random. Yeah, that's literally every week.
Yeah, that's this entire conversation. These chats. If someone ever looks for like a real Once Upon a Time review, you're never gonna find it in a live stream review on something like this. It ain't gonna happen.
It's just it was a solid episode. We said it pretty much, but we pretty much said what was there. I mean, the Tin Man, the Not So Cowardly Lion, being so focused on Selena, and them trying to find a spot for the wedding. I feel like there wasn't too much to this episode, and that's not knocking it. It was a solid episode, but I feel like it just didn't.
It's simple. It was just like a simple plot, and like I guess like the only like dissection moments would be if you want to dissect like individual scenes or like individual reactions.
Yeah, it didn't further the story too much at all. I mean,
I guess
she was. That wasn't a sleeping curse, right? That was like a dead curse.
No, a death curse. I give it because like her magic was sucked out and her magic was tethered to her life.
Oh, Voldemort did a death curse. Oh, that's what a surprise.
Did you just say no? Because Rumple did that to her.
Oh, that's right. I don't even remember. There's so many curses that I forget who does what at this point.
I know. So, well, I guess the biggest caveat of the episode was Zelena is now mortal, that her magic's gone, right? And the Black Fairy has some type of weakness. And because literally what she tried to do, like as Regina called it, a magic nuke, it was nullified. So like like in terms of plot, like you're right, it really didn't progress the story because it's just kind of like the black fairy going, the blue fairy will know my secret. The black fairy, might I add, is very old. So I'm really curious, like how far back they're gonna go. And I guess she's like the creator of all the curses and stuff or darkness. So I wonder like how old the blue fairy is.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. That's definitely a good point. Or the whole rainbow of fairies. I mean, are we gonna be, if they had no season, red fairy, green fairy?
And remember Tinkerbell's the green one.
Yeah. Is there a turquoise fairy we don't know about? That's
And remember, Tiger Lily was a fairy too.
yeah, she was a fairy. She might have been, what was it, like orangish brown?
I think so. Right?
That's what she was wearing. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Why? Why are we doing this?
I don't know. I don't know. So Black Fairy's acted the fuchsia fairy. Honestly, 10-15 Angelina.
Give us your favorite colored fairy. The sky fairy.
The turquoise fairy. The orange and green. I couldn't think of a funny color.
The forest green fairy.
The forest green fairy. The lime green fairy. The puke fairy.
The magenta fairy.
I think you said that one.
Magenta? No, I didn't say magenta.
This is the almond fairy.
Perfect.
It's a dual meaning. She's the fairy of almonds and the color.
The rainbow
fairy.
The rainbow fairy is the leader.
She's beyond the blue fairy.
She's the Papa Smurf of the fairies.
Emily Minette Mannix. I'm sorry if I said your last name wrong, Emily. She goes the Care Bear fairies.
Yeah, that's their cousins. That's a whole separate
the Care Bears?
Yeah, the Care Bear fairies.
Disney will not get that
copyright. Boy Blue Fairy.
As far as I know, Disney won't get that copyright because that is a Hasbro property. I doubt they'll ever do that. God, that would be weird. Hold on. So 2 weeks ago, we discussed Once Upon a Potter.
The Lavender Fairy. Go on.
Oh, hold on, Rebecca. Let's go back to this episode for a second because Rebecca did just make a point. Because I guess in between the jokes, we should have a discussion.
Right? We should have some inkling of a thought.
Yeah. So Rebecca goes I'm sorry, the caramel wind mushroom fairy, also a color. Thank you. The Snogy fairy. Silver mist.
Go ahead, Rob. Bring us to glory here. Keep going.
I can't help it. Okay, so I guess when Henry was scribbling stuff, Charming saw something. I don't know which symbol he looked at, but what do you think that might mean if you saw it happen
within the book?
Well, I guess when he looked at Henry's scribbles and he saw something that was of importance. Any idea in your own head?
No, I don't really know. I guess I didn't really focus on that scene too much the first time.
I just saw him look. I personally, you know how I feel about that sentence.
My God, the Snow White fairy.
Stop it.
This is essentially that scene from Billy Madison where the guy's saying, "At no point in your long incoherent babbling did you come anywhere close to a rational thought."
Oh, by the way, Danielle, I'm assuming that you see it, but she just said the fairies should be like the Sailor Scouts, and as I have a Sailor Moon coffee mug, so it's just perfect. I don't think he saw anything of significance on the symbol. I just thought he was scared, or just nervous because Henry's scrawling them.
I think he was just selling more of the moment. I don't think it was a reaction to any individual kind of catalyst there.
Neon Carrot Fairy. By the way, whoever. Because the chat will vanish when this is over. If any of you want to, compile a list from the chat, and send it to me. I would love that. That'll be like my next Instagram post. The Virgin Rose Fairy. This is just
The
Okay,
burnt sienna fairy.
fairy.
That's next week's episode.
The Voldemort fairy.
That's the untold story. We're getting an untold story next week of the burnt sienna fairy.
No, we're getting the untold story of the black fairy next week.
And then there's
fairy.
the sailing fairy, which is the fairy who likes to ride her ferry.
Well, now that is now it's the Alabama Heart of Dixie fairy.
That's when the show airs in
Bama.
Yeah.
We
should just do a whole live stream. Your favorite colored fairy.
That's what this is. That's exactly.
What so see, Michael 21 knows the fairy. It's the fairy who likes sailing.
I feel very bad whoever ends up watching this later without having to see the chat box because it makes no sense. This one, if I ever watch this back, I'd be like, "What are we talking about?"
This would be a low point.
It's either America the Beautiful Fairy, the Gold Fairy,
America the Bluetiful.
Oh, it's Bluetiful. I didn't see that.
Incredible.
Okay. All right. Austin asked the question. Let's answer Austin's question. Let's bring some Once Upon a Time back into this review. Austin, I am going to the Dead Fairy, by the way, from Maya Colin, Dark Maya. Did you guys think that when Zelena put her magic in the heart, that it would purify her magic into light magic because of her selflessness, and then put the heart in her to give her a magic again? So it's a twofold question, I feel like. The heart, to my knowledge, took in her magic and then expelled it. So it destroyed it. I never thought she was going to get her magic back. I figured that she'd become normal again.
I don't think she should get her magic back. I think it would be a lot better for the character if she doesn't have her magic, because I think with her, she relied too much on that and everything in the power. I think it'd be right if especially if the series ends with her not having magic. I think it'd be a lot. She would have come a long way.
Well, the only issue in the show is that magic isn't a genetic thing. You can learn it. So she could get it back if she really wanted to.
Blue Eyes White Fairy.
I love that. I love that. Like I truly love that. Like, you have no idea how much I love that. Like, I think you know why I love that, but like I truly love that. I'm gonna try to find that while I'm talking to you right now. I love that. That is a fantastic name.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic. Was that in the chat? I didn't even see that, or did you just make that one up?
I made that one up.
Oh, because that's a good one for all of you who know me. That's a good one, and that hits home. That hits home. Dang it, where is it? Okay, let's see. I love you guys to death. You're seriously giving me giggle fits here. Thank you, Danielle. The Galoshes Fairy. Oh,
interesting.
It is actually pretty interesting. I like that one.
Make a fan art of the Blue Eyes White Fairy. Amazing.
I got the blue. See, Blue Eyes.
There you go.
There we go.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Fairy.
The Blue Eyes Ultimate Fairy, not just Blue Eyes Fairy. Blue Eyes Ultimate Fairy.
Yeah, that's the villain. That's
the Ouija, the Red Eyes Black Fairy. Oh my God! Can we just? Wow. This whole thing has just become amazing. Okay, someone asked the question: can you tell in the history of TV shows, where did it go? Where did it?
Now I'm picturing a three-headed fairy.
Oh my God, where did it go? Okay, hold on. I actually like this question. I want to make sure I can read it. BTM Marine LM: can you tell in the history of TV shows, has a network ever strung out a cancellation or renewal? I think it's yeah, that took a long time to get renewed, right?
Well, not only renewed, but when it eventually
canceled, because they
They aired the last episode and it was still not known yet whether it was coming back or not. And unfortunately, it didn't. But I mean, at that point, we still didn't know when watching the last episode if that was going to be the last episode. And unfortunately, it was.
Yeah, and it's such a great cliffhanger too. I like that show when that ended.
Yeah.
By the way, Danielle, I'm really sorry for you picturing
cliffhanger. I saw what you did there. It was because they're on the cliff.
Yeah, they're on a cliff. Yeah. I actually am going to rewatch that show, The Potentially Purple Fairy. The Emerald Fairy. This is I can't do this. It's just not a construct. It's just not a. Maybe I'll challenge you to a duel if I ever come to. Oh, because my shirt says Boston. If I ever come to Boston, I am in Boston. Well, you know the problem that if you let's talk like an actual. I will not read that one out loud from Night Goal 21. I will not do that one. The mayonnaise fairy from Maya. I totally dig that mayonnaise fairy. Though it is not the most healthy food for you, it is still pretty funny. So you know, once upon a time, its ratings it's been really very low recently, right?
Right.
In the 2 million, the 2 millions. I don't have a thing about I don't have Hannibal's ratings up, but I mean, I have an episode since essentially season 6 part B started to air hasn't hit 3 million. So what do you think about that practically with ABC with the show not hitting 3 million at all?
With Once Upon a Time not hitting 3 million?
With Once, because since it started, it hasn't hit 3 million episodes. Viewers live anyway.
I'm sorry. In its whole run, it never hit 3 million. You're saying live?
It's hit higher. No, I'm saying since it came back, the past like 10 episodes, none of them have hit 3 million viewers. It's all been less.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a sign, right? I think that's a sign that it's somewhere. I mean, statistically, obviously, it's losing. People are losing interest, and that's what that's showing. So whether you like it or not, that's what's going on. So I think that's eventually going to play into ABC's decision. If we do get a season 7, it's obvious that ABC will probably say right there, this is it. Yeah, no, I'm with you there. I've been looking at these numbers for a while. I had wanted to make videos about them. I haven't had time. It would get more views if all these fairies were there. I totally agree with that. Very true.
That's a very true comment. That is probably the best comment I've read tonight. But it's so crazy because the show has started up with it started with almost over 12 million, I think, and then it just slowly declines. It's lost 10 million people,
Yeah.
So it's interesting though because Lost never was this low, and it's constructed by almost the same people.
Yeah, and a lot of people did fall off for Lost. Yeah, and I think that's really ultimately what shows that this is on its way out. I mean, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't think we're getting a 7th season. We always could, though. I mean,
always could.
At this point, though, that it's definitely not a good sign.
No, the Bagel Fairy. This is amazing. Yeah. Ratings wise, I feel like tonight's episode was good, but I just think people are just kind of bored over it. I think viewership needs to factor in. I would say DVR recordings and Hulu now. I think it's a little unfair if it's just all based on Nielsen ratings.
And I think what's really hurting against it is at this point they'd be going into their 7th season. They have 21 episodes a season?
2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for people to jump on at this point. So I feel like it's hard for them to kind of get new viewers, and then some of the old viewers are losing interest. And a lot of people do that with not just Once, but any show. People will fall off shows. So I think that's what's happening. I think a lot of people are falling off, and not a lot of people are coming in.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And Rebecca Cook just said a lot of the viewers are not live, and I think a lot of people that are watching it don't watch it live anymore.
And
And
I mean, that was the Hannibal curse, right? That's Hannibal was on Friday nights and Saturday nights, and and it was on the worst time slot to be aired live. But then people were still watching it online and everything, and unfortunately, that factored against it.
yeah, no, it's just, I mean, uh, it's a bummer that the numbers haven't hit over 2 million, over 3 million recently. Austin, by the way, did just ask a question about it about the episode. Do you think Gideon will get his heart back? And who do you think will get it back to him? I'm gonna guess that Bell will get it back to him.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
I mean, the poor guy didn't even. I don't even think he said one word this whole episode.
Yeah, it's funny because he was being made to look like the main villain, and then he
It's
just
his,
the rug got cut out from under him.
it's his grandma now as the main villain.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Voldemort.
Did we call him Voldemort, or was there another, or Voldemort knockoff?
Yeah, he looks like someone in their mid-20s decided to cosplay as Voldemort, but didn't want to commit the whole way, so they didn't shave their head. He kept his hair the way it was and just went with the cloak and everything.
I also just saw it from Danielle. We need the better writing fairy. They need that on occasion.
That's perfect. That's what they should hire for season 7 if they get picked up.
Or the rest of this. The Tom Riddle fairy from Emily Mannix. So Steve Caruso asked which villain will completely redeem themselves in the final battle, Zelina or Gold. I would say at this point Zelina's redeemed because her evil magic's gone. She can't do. When you have a town where people have magic, if you don't have magic, they can just get rid of you. Like you're not a threat to them.
For Rumple, I don't think if they redeem him, I think that'd be a mistake. I mean, we know who Rumple is. He's all for himself and everything. So I mean, if he's going against the Black Fairy because he's going against the Black Fairy, not because it's the right thing to do or whatever.
He actually seems kind of chill right now. Like I have nothing. I have on normally I don't really like him, but I feel like he's just really removed from the plot at the moment.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't feel involved to me.
yeah, that's a good point. I mean, last week there was that really flat ending with him and
The mom.
with yeah.
Yeah, no. I just by the way, I don't know if you saw it. Teen Angelina said there could also be the seduction fairy.
Yeah, the bad acting fairy. We already have that. The character's name is Henry.
Good point. Adam and Eddie said they wouldn't end the show until everyone had their happy ending. I'm assuming that means Rumple too. Well, the show can still end, even if the writing doesn't go the way they want it to. If I think it's Channing Dungey says no, show's done, and they could try to rewrite it, but it's done. You know,
they already said that if the season and if this is the last season, the last episode is a good ending. It answers
a lot, I guess.
Yeah, there's no unanswered questions, whatever. But that doesn't mean that that's the ending they would want if they had control. You know what I mean? So that I feel like would be an ending they would want if they had control. So if this is the ending that they ultimately did not want to be as the ending, but is still just kind of fine, I don't think we're getting that.
The Crystal Vase Fairy. Yeah, and I agree with you. I don't think they have. I think at the moment they structured the end of it to essentially coincide with the fact that they haven't been renewed yet. So, like, they just kind of made it as to what it is. So hopefully it'll work. And if there's a season 7, they can pick it up from wherever it leaves off.
Right.
The Margarita Fairy. That's a cool one. Her specialty magic is to make margaritas.
Yeah, the butternut. Yeah. Yeah. This is a large family tree of fairies that is there.
Well, when the rainbow is so big, even though it only has like 6 colors. So, random question: back when Snow and Charming had their curse, why did they not use that magic Selena and Robin were going to use to cross the line into The other world that was supposed to break any curse, probably because they didn't know about it.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Um, like, um, I mean, I feel like the macaroni and cheese fairy. I had that for lunch today. Macaroni and cheese, not the fairy.
Say, where are you going to eat?
the the ecto. Danielle is trying to make you feel better.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's some sort of allergy medication or something.
That's what I do. And Catherine Boyd, the plot device fairy.
That one would.
That would be the magic fairy, in my opinion, because magic is it. Magic solves any problem on the show.
Yeah, the plot device fairy, I feel like would be put under a sleeping curse.
Magic, yeah.
No.
Oh, she pronounced it for me. Thank you. What do you think about the musical episode coming up? Well, the musical episode is 2 weeks. I blatantly have said, I made a whole video about it. I blatantly said it's to compete with the CW. I think that's what they were doing it for. DC versus Marvel, Disney versus Warner Brothers. There's no original songs. Apparently the actors can sing. I love that. I quite frankly, I think the episode will be fun to watch. I just think they made it to be competitive and to get on the map.
This stream should just be called 50 Shades of Fairy.
This whole chat should be called 50 Shades of what the hell. Apparently Jared Gilmore is singing, according to Emily. So no thanks. Yeah, that might be a pause moment.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah, and I think I said they were all original songs, and I don't know. I think in a show where you have Disney characters, how can you not use Disney songs?
At least for like one or two.
One or two, you're right? Yeah. I mean, I guess like these guys can sing, so I have to because it looked like they're singing in like the Enchanted Forest or something. Though I'm curious how they're gonna like manipulate it.
Was it the Enchanted? Because I didn't get a good look. Was it the Enchanted Forest or was it Neverland? Because maybe that's a way they bring back Tiger Lily and the Lost Boys.
It looked like Hook was in a bar and wearing his pirate outfit. So, it's just to keep going with Juan's comments. Electra45 goes, the Black Fairy said Zelina has the strongest magic. I knew it all along. She didn't say that. The Black Fairy said she has the most unstable magic. That's why she went after her, because unstable meant powerful to her. Because the Black Fairy kicked her butt. Let's just be frank here. Zelina did not win that fight. The naughty pink fairy. Oh my god, I love colors. Danielle Masella just said, I'd love to hear the song Evermore from the live action Beauty and the Beast. Did you by chance see the live action Beauty and the Beast movie?
No.
No. I liked it. That was an original song from that film, and it was good. I don't know if
who's your female actor in the show?
Probably Colin O'Donoghue.
Ooh.
Male actor?
Yeah. Ooh, we completely different answers there.
Who would you say?
Robert Carlyle. Acting wise, I don't think anyone holds a candle to him.
No, I still would say Colin O'Donoghue. I love his character, and I love the way I think his performances are good. Plus, I finally saw The Right, and he was so different in The Right than as Captain Hook.
Oh, right. That's
so I think so I would say as an actor, he's pretty talented. I might be slightly jaded towards not towards Robert Carlyle personally, but just I think he kind of feels in the slump and just doing the best he can. But I just think Colin O'Donoghue is really good.
Yeah, I think Robert Carlyle. I think Rumple should have ended when
he died.
Yeah,
he died 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think that should have been the end of Rumple.
The Banana Fairy, the Jade Fairy. Oh my God, Angelina can just be going on all day. Night Gold 21. Robert was given bad writing. Yeah, he really was. His storyline just went.
Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, Favorite male actor for me is Colin O'Donoghue, because if he can go from being in The Right to being Captain Hook, who's pretty emotional, like he doesn't deal with, just like, he's not like kind of blah in his storytelling.
No, yeah, I like Hook. I like Carl O'Donoghue a lot, but I think Carlisle has completely blown it away with anything they've given him.
I feel bad because he literally does the same thing all the time now.
Yeah.
The Labrador Fairy. That just makes me think of a dog. Then also the Flame of Burnt Brandy Fairy.
Yeah. This is.
I should. Wow. I'm assuming all of you want me to retitle this, or at least put into like a parenthesis, what color fairy or something. I think I might have to relabel the chat.
50 Shades of Fairy.
It's hysterical.
Plus some talk of Once Upon a Time, Where Bluebirds Fly.
The Where Bluebirds Fly Fairy. I can't believe no one said that. Or the Bluebird Fairy.
Yeah.
See, I can do it. Kate Killing. Oh God, she just goes, "Wait, what's with the fairy thing?"
Oh. That's probably not even something we could explain at this point. It's taken on a life of its own.
Well, yeah, no, I don't even know the origin of it. We were trying to think of Tiger Lily's color that she was wearing, and then
Oh yeah, we talked about the black fairy and the blue fairy. Yeah, and we started. I said we'll start getting into the rainbow, into red fairy, green fairy. Yeah, that's how it started. Wow.
Do you guys think the hooded figure has always been the dark fairy, and that's who fights Emma in her vision? I quite frankly think that whole vision of that she had way back in the beginning is done. I think she had that fight. I feel like it's done.
It was Gideon, wasn't it?
It was Gideon, So why on earth? And she already wore that outfit. Why would she wear that outfit again? Like in that same fight, like she knows not to wear it. So I don't think that vision has anything to do with it anymore. If it comes up, I mean, I'm wrong, but I'm okay with being wrong.
Yeah, I think we have that scene already.
Yeah, I do too. Let's see. I think I just saw another question, but it went away for me. The heart ripping out fairy. That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Adam and Eddie said another fight was coming. Yeah, but I know another fight's coming, but I just don't think a person's going to be in a black. We know who it is, so why on earth would she hide behind a cloak?
Yeah, true.
Like it's just ridiculous. Do you think we've discussed everything we've discussed for this episode?
Yeah, I think we're pretty much. I think we're good at this point.
I wonder how long do you think the review's gone on for?
Close to an hour.
Close to an hour.
Yeah, definitely close to an hour.
Okay then. Well, thank you for watching. I can't do it. Thank you for watching. What fairy color is there on Once Upon a Time? AKA
43 minutes.
43 minutes. Wait, why? She wants Emily. Why is it called Where Bluebirds Fly? The episode, I think it's based on the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow from they were just being creative with the episode name.
Yeah.
Also, just so I address it, so it's somewhere buried in this video, the Snow and White and Prince Charming, I actually did enjoy Josh Dallas and Jennifer Goodwin in this episode for the comedy. Like moments like that is what I like. I just don't need to see them always involved in everything anymore.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree completely.
So I think we covered like 30% of the episode in terms of review.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The episode honestly just it didn't have a gigantic cliffhanger because the Black Fairy just said her weakness is why she gave Rumple. The whole magical nuke thing is gone. Zelena and Regina's relationship is relatively mended. So until next week, we will talk about Once Upon a Time live. on the Blackberry episode, where we'll see more about Jamie Murray and why her weakness is why she gave up her baby.
And all the different kinds of fairies.
And more different color fairies. The blood and to end this, the blood red fairy and Snow White fairy.
Okay, let's try on our way out right here one final time. Fairy color. What do you think? I think personally, I'm sticking with Blue Eyes White Fairy. I think that was the best one.
Oh, that was a good one. The Pikachu fairy.
Pikachu fairy. Okay.
By the way, Emily just asked, can we actually review the musical? Yes, Emily, we will discuss the musical.
We, to our credit, we did do the episode here. There just wasn't much.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, if I had made this video without like you, or even if you had made it without me and like a quick like edited video, it wouldn't have been a long episode.
Yeah, it would have been quick.
Yeah, the Charizard fairy. Thank you, Steven. The blue. God, if we do Pokemon, it's gonna end up. We'll be here all night.
Yeah, we're gonna just get into,
the Luke. Oh, the other Robert fairy. I don't know if I actually like that one. I thought it said fairy, but so that's a great. The Frozen fairy. I'll take that one.
All right. And on that note,
we're gonna the internet troll fairy. None of you guys are trolls. You guys are all great. We always enjoy talking with you.
Thanks everyone for a very fun conversation.
Wait, there's one more comment I want to answer.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. With next week's being the backstory of the Black Fairy, she kind of already said why she gave up. Sometimes you have to choose power over love thoughts. That might be it. She just chose power.
Yeah.
I don't have like a gigantic thought about that one, but I think that's I think she probably she picked power instead of being a mom, and that's what
we've seen. Like power corrupt, especially in the show before. So look at King Arthur, right? That was his whole gimmick.
Yeah, that was exactly his whole gimmick. Okay, guys, thank you all for watching this. We both appreciate your viewership and to your incredible discussion of fairies and colors that they are. It was awesome. So I hope all of you have a fantastic night, and we'll talk very soon. Good night, everyone.